What is good, loves? Good morning. This is going to be a general collective reading. So take what resonates that brings confirmation, clarification, some sort of validation to what you're already growing through and needing to know. Okay. So let's begin as I call in the spirit of the Most High Divine Light. I've done my due diligence there. As I was meditating, I saw the blessing card in this deck. Okay. So I feel like now's a good time to get quiet and kind of keep things to yourself. Okay. As blessings are coming into your life. Now, blessings doesn't necessarily have to be the big blessing that, shifts everything, like, meeting the love of your life and getting that huge promotion and whatever it is for you, right? Sometimes a blessing could just be clarity of mind. It could be gaining some sort of insight. It could be like the small things, the day to day things, just having a moment of where you are redirected back into self and you have a moment of gratitude and you feel fulfilled in that moment. Okay. Like the small blessings. So take it how it resonates. Let's see what the cards have to say. Remember, this is for your highest and greatest good. Children. Okay, so this could have something to do. My heart is filled with love for children, which creates miracles and positive change for them and me. You could work with children, okay? You could work at a daycare, you could be a teacher, or you could be some sort of teacher. You could be some sort of guide that is here to lead the next generation before you. You could have children, okay? Love underneath. Father, you could be a single father or feminine. Gratitude, okay? Like I was just saying. You see that card sticking out in the back. So there's some sort of um, divine guidance that you are receiving. You could be a single mom with the feminine card, or you could be a single dad. And this is like the feminine energy that you're very nurturing, you're very caring. And the love for your children is the blessing here, is what's bringing in some sort of blessing. Watched over, be strong, hold compassion for the situation. I allow myself to feel safe and enjoy my life, knowing that heaven is watching over my loved ones and me. And that's the blessing, right? Knowing that you're watched over. Something could have happened with your child, and by the grace of God, they came out unscathed. They came out okay. Okay, be strong, have compassion over the situation. It could have been worse. I'm getting feminine energy. I allow my feminine nature to shine brightly as a valuable part of my identity. So you could be a single mom, faith, man, as soon as I say that, faith, mom, and caring inner child. But as you heal, you're healing your generation. Yeah. And then father. So this has something to do with a father wound. Okay. So this could be a single mom and an absentee father. And, you know, the father brings structure to a child's life. It brings protection to a child's life for a boy, okay, for masculine, and for the feminine energy. A father brings in that protector, that guidance, how she chooses her significant others in the long run. And could be something that you're also learning as a single mother, okay, to care and nurture that inner child, because once you do, look what comes up. This is the card that I saw. The blessings appear. So you've healed some sort of inner child wound. Like you could have been separated from your children and now you're coming back towards your children. That's not going to resonate for everybody, but you've had the faith and you had to conquer, you had to heal, and you did some sort of healing. And this could be regarding a father wound. Like now, this could be you as a single mother, like your father, your children's grandfather, or this could be the father of your children. and healing some sort of wound is bringing in this blessing, this divine protection. Like you're watched over. Your children are divinely protected. Your children could have a higher calling. Again, you could be a guide or some sort of teacher for children. Travel, journey, path. Yeah, so you could be some sort of guide that leads children. Um, a social worker could be significant. A guidance counselor could be significant. Or this is something that you'd be really good at. Or like I was picking up on before, you could be traveling to go see your children because you had to step away and do some sort of healing. Now, this could be literal, or this could be just on an emotional level, like you were emotionally distant from your children because you had to do some sort of inner healing. And now these blessings are coming in. Or maybe that's the blessing, getting a closer connection, boundaries. Yeah, look at that. And I saw that twice because after blessings is boundaries, boundaries on your home. So the miracle can pour in. Look at that. So the miracle could come in. Trust, family under that. Something to do with your family dynamic. Maybe you left. I'm getting maybe you left your children with, like, say, grandparents. And as you went off for work and you have to travel for work, or yeah, and you don't have, like, say, a good relationship with your dad, and your children have a good relationship with your dad, and that's some sort of inner child healing that you had to do, and that's bringing your family closer because you had to learn compassion, caring. We saw compassion under the deck. You had to learn the compassion, like your parents did the best they could do, but now through the lessons of raising you, they're becoming better grandparents for it. And that's why you may look at them like, oh, they're so good to my children, but I didn't get that version of them. It's because they had to learn from you. You're never really ready to be a parent. You know what I mean? You made that decision because you want to have a family, but you're never really ready for what's to come, for where your children are going to take you, for the path that, you may have this vision and then your child ends up getting into trouble, or your child ends up moving away from you and you never thought that that was going to happen. But there's some sort of boundaries that needed to be implemented. New moon comfort, inner expansion. So this is like self-healing, family wounds, ancestral karma, watched over. What do we have for watched over? Awareness, opportunity. So there's an opportunity that's coming in. 855 could be significant. That could be an area code. It's protected. Lucid dreaming, you could be gaining some sort of messages through your dream state that's bringing in some sort of resolve, 911 on the clock, some sort of resolution, consciousness, breath, sacred geometry. You could be working or learning, studying sacred geometry. You could be learning and expanding your consciousness. This is healing family ties, family wounds. And because of that, your ancestors are bringing in some sort of opportunity that has been watched over. Cherubs could be significant. You could collect angels, those tiny little cute little cherubs. Those angels could be significant. You could have one on your mantle, on your fireplace. That's very specific for you. Oh my God, I'm going to cry. That was given to you. My goodness, I feel overwhelmed. So that's very, very important, very significant for someone here. Feminine, go for it, reaching for your dreams, nurturing your dreams. 10:10 on the clock as I say that. Because you've healed, you've done the work. It's like you did the work for your family lineage, and your success is going to bring your family together. But your children will be taken care of, not to worry. You may have to travel for work, or your child is old enough to come and travel to see you, or to come along with you through this journey, through this path. Your children were a significant part to play because you've healed some sort of family lineage. Inner truth, communication, learning to communicate clearly with the things that you want. Yeah, spiritual evolution, dream guide, teacher. There you go. Confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. Because you're meant to be a spiritual guide for the next generation, for those that come after you, for your own children, if you have children, okay? But you've healed some sort of lineage, and now you're going to show up as some sort of guide, or that could be a significant calling for you to be a teacher. Beautiful energy, justice, Libra energy, contracts, resolve, an ending. An ending of something. Justice brings in an ending, like the final say, the final call. New contracts, legalities. This could be like a lawyer as well. Okay. A judge could be significant. And again, now we're going back to divorce. So this could have had something to do with a divorce, and justice is being called from you moving forward. Yeah, exactly. Wow. You can't make it up. The Hierophant, marriage, union, higher states of consciousness, awareness, a guide, a teacher, leadership, power. Okay. Higher learning, I want to say, and moving forward, like something regarding some sort of family lineage, right? This could be like maybe everybody in your family's divorced and you don't want to be. So you did the healing. And now, like I said, going back to the father implements how the young girl chooses her significant other, her attachment style, right? Once you heal that, you choose differently, right? You expand the inner self, the inner truth. You've gained some sort of spiritual enlightenment. And now you're here to be a guide for others and start some sort of new movement. Look, and then we have school, okay? So you could work for the school board, or working for the school board could be significant. That's funny because that kind of resonates for me as well, as I am part of the collective and I work in a high school. Awakening, you're here to awaken others, to bring in some sort of justice, some sort of final say. Let's clarify children. Let's get deeper into this reading. If you made it this far, hit the like, share, subscribe button, drop a comment down below. I whisper, so sometimes I feel like I'm whispering because it's so early in the morning when I do these readings, and I don't want to wake up my parents. Eight of Wands, the Eight of Cups, and Aquarius energy with the Star card here. Communication of walking away. Okay, so like I said, like I was picking up in the beginning, you could have walked away from your children because you needed some time to heal, or your children could have been taken from you. But there's some sort of communication, like this could have been legality and in some sort of divorce, where you feel like your children were taken from you. And in that time, you were able to heal. You were able to step into what was destined for you, a wish coming true. You're walking into your destiny, your healing phase, your healing era. Just want to have a sip of coffee. Coffee. 1444 on the clock. It's protected. Something that was divinely protected. You may feel like something was taken away from you, like you had to walk away, and that was maybe the hardest thing you ever had to do. And this is discovering why your father had to walk away or your mother had to walk away. But as you healed, you became better for your own children, or this is something that you're in the process of doing. And there's no shame in healing. There's no shame in taking the time to heal, to come back better. Okay? Where you may feel left out, your children could have felt left out. This could have been you feeling left out. And yeah, you just needed some time to rest, to regroup, and get back into a healthy emotional state. What do we have for travel? Gemini energy. So this could be astral traveling, gaining some sort of information. The Ace of Swords underneath, moving on, gaining to calming waters. Moving on. This is like astral traveling, journey, path, location with the Gemini energy of the magician. Something's going to feel like it's magic, like it's been restored. Let's get watched over. Yeah, not to worry that you and your family have been watched over through this whole process. Clarify this awareness and opportunities. Okay, the Seven of Pentacles came out. This kind of fell out, but I'm not going to take it. Investing your time wisely. Your investments are protected because it's fated, it's destined. A stroke of good luck is coming in. Like I said, something that's going to allow you to bring in some sort of generational wealth because you've healed painful karmic cycles with the feminine here. You've nurtured your lineage back to health, and now you're moving on to calmer waters, abundance, longevity, because you've cut through the self-sabotage. Like you've grounded in the sabotage, the illusions of the independence. So you could be a single mom and there's some sort of stigma, or single parent, excuse me, and there's some sort of stigma around that in your family. And you've healed it. And now your dreams and whatever it is that you're pursuing, you're taking full action, reaching your dreams and whatever it is that you're doing. Again, so you could want to maybe go back to school and become a teacher or guide. And there's some sort of like naysayers in the background. Oh, don't overburden yourself. Don't overburden yourself. Like getting back to something in the past that people are saying that might bring you a burden, but in retrospect, in the long run, it's going to unburden you because it's going to bring in blessings. Beautiful energy. This reading was like a little bit all over the place. So take the pieces that fit what you're going through, that you needed confirmation, some sort of clarity or validation regarding, okay? Much love.